What's going on, everyone? It's Waiver Wire Queen. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited, and I hope you are too. Everyone is reporting to training camp, including Aaron Rodgers. It's fantasy football season, so today I'm going to give you my top 10 fantasy football running backs. Let's jump right into it. Number one, I have Dalvin Cook. If you had Dalvin Cook last season, he most likely won you your fantasy football league. Even though he missed games, he was still one of the top dogs. And when he was on that field, and you were playing against him, you were like, can I dodge this bullet this week? No, you didn't, because he killed it every time he was on that field. Number two, I got Christian McCaffrey. CMC can easily be the top dog. I have him slotted in as number two. He missed pretty much all of last season, so whatever he does this year is going to be an improvement. And I guarantee you he'll finish in the top 5 if he can remain healthy. They're going to lean on him. Number three, I have Derrick Henry. Even though they traded for Julio, the Titans are still a run-first team. Henry is a beast out there. He can easily be slotted in as the top guy. I've seen people draft him with the number 1 pick. He is no joke on the field. And I don't know about you guys, but every time I was playing against someone who had Derrick Henry, I'm like, can I just make it through? Can he only score once? Derrick Henry is that guy, and Tennessee will lean on him regardless of what they do in the passing game this year. Number 4, I have Alvin Kamara. Obviously, with Michael Thomas, we don't really know what's going to happen with him, but he's going to be out for a period of time. The Saints will be leaning on him. We don't even know who their starting quarterback is going to be. Alvin Kamara was a beast last year. He had a career year. He's going to come back and pretty much dominate again, especially in PPR leagues. He is going to have another great year. And they're going to get him the ball a lot, especially in the passing game, because guess what? Who they throwing the ball to right now? With Michael Thomas being out, it's my boy. Okay, so Alvin Kamara, can't go wrong with him. Number 5, I have Saquon Barkley, one of my faves. I know you're saying, why is he in the top 5? When healthy, Saquon Barkley can easily be considered the best running back in the NFL. Obviously, he's the best in the NFC East. Shout out to all my Cowboy fans out there. But we already know the Giants are going to take a conservative approach with him, and they're going to be cautious. That's fine. But once he's out there, he's going to dominate. He's going to be productive, especially in the passing game. They're definitely going to get him the ball. And it's Saquon Barkley. He's out there jumping over people, and I still believe he'll do that. So if you draft Saquon Barkley, just maybe handcuff his backup, Booker, for now. All right? Do what it do. Number 6, I have Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb, I always go back and forth, and I want to add him into my top 5, but then when you look at the top 5, you're like, damn, top 5 is just amazing. Nick Chubb, even though he missed a few games last year, he was still a beast. If you had him, he most likely helped you get to the playoffs. The Browns are still a run-first team. They will continue to be a run-first team because I'm not 100% sold on Baker Mayfield. I don't think they are, which is why they run the football. They run the football, and they are productive. And I feel like a lot of people sleep on Chubb. He's number 6 on my list. Number 7, I have Ezekiel Elliott. Shout out to all the Cowboy fans. The Cowboys, y'all gonna be all right this year with Ezekiel Elliott back. Zeke is going to have a much better season than last year. I feel like last year was one of his worst seasons. It was just horrible. He was fumbling the ball all over the place. He forgot how to hold on to the ball. But nonetheless, he's trimmed down. He's putting in that work, and he is going to come back, and he is going to have a solid season. They're gonna lean on him at times. I feel like they're gonna be throwing the ball a bit more, but if you draft Elliott, be confident that he's going to be much better than what he was last year. I think he feels like he has something to prove after this past season, which is why he's been putting in that work, and that work is going to pay off. Trust me, guys. He's the second best running back in the NFC East. Nothing wrong with that. Definitely one of the best running backs in football still. People are sleeping on him. Don't sleep on Elliott. Don't sleep on him. All right. Number 8, I have Aaron Jones. I'm sure Aaron Jones was doing the two-step when he found out Aaron Rodgers was reporting to training camp. He's amazing. He's amazing. I'll say that much about Aaron Jones. I always kind of sleep on him, but having Aaron Jones as your RB1 and Aaron Rodgers back, you can sit back and be confident and feel like, hey, every week I play, I have a chance to win because 1, Aaron Rodgers is back. 2, Aaron Jones, they feed him the ball. They give him the ball a lot, especially down here at the goal line. Sometimes last season they were just leaning on Aaron Jones, and there's nothing wrong with that. So if you have him, you got a gym, and his QB is back, so you can breathe easily, rest easily, Aaron Jones owners, because guess what? You're gonna get the same Aaron Jones from last season. I think this is it for those 3 together, Adams, Rodgers, and Jones. So they're probably coming back on a mission to really put in the work to try to get back to the playoffs and compete and hopefully get to a Super Bowl for them. So they are going to put in some serious work. I can see Aaron Jones repeating last season's fantasy performance, or maybe even being slightly better. So there you got it with Aaron Jones. Number 9, Jonathan Taylor. I really love this young running back. He's solid. Even though they re-signed Marlon Mack, it's Jonathan Taylor's world, okay? He exceeded everyone's expectations. We thought he was going to be good last year, but he exceeded everyone's expectations. And you're going to see more of that this season. Marlon Mack made still a few carries, but there's nothing to be concerned about. Hines, there's nothing to be concerned about. Taylor is their guy. All right. Number 10 is one of my favorites who everyone sleeps on all the time, Joe Mixon. He's in my top 10. Joe Mixon is going to be solid this year. I know you're going to say, well, the Bengals, their offensive line is terrible. They have a nice young quarterback, and they have some wide receivers. They got some. I love that core of wide receivers they have on the Bengals, and they're gonna get the ball to Joe Mixon, and he's going to do well. Most people sleep on him, and if you look at the numbers, he's been solid. He's been much better than people expect, and if you have him, it's all good. You're gonna have a good season, and he's going to exceed everyone's expectations, because I think most people think he's going to underperform because of the offensive line. They're going to get him that ball, especially down there, the goal line. So if you have Joe Mixon, your opponents have a problem. All right, y'all. So that's my top 10 fantasy football running back rankings. Tune in next week for my top 10 fantasy football wide receivers. Y'all let me know who you got as your top 10 fantasy football running backs. And better yet, let me know who you drafted. Peace.